Hey guys, before we get into the show, here's a word from our Podtron buddies, the Video Rangers.
The video stores may be all gone, but Video Rangers Podcast is still open for business. The Video Rangers Podcast is a member of the Podtron Network, and you could join us each week for the movies that you couldn't find in Blockbuster and you probably saw on USA Up All Night.
Citizens on Patrol, Police Academy 4.
Return of the Killer Tomatoes, 1988.
Sleepaway Camp, 1983.
So what are we watching today?
A movie I've never seen before, Teen Wolf 2. Oh wait, I did see it. It was called Teen Wolf.
And now, our feature presentation.
Hey everybody, welcome to VHS Bandits Interview Special Episode 1. This week we have Matt, aka Barry_Lincoln83 on Instagram. I am the KevBot. With me, as always, is
Topher Hansen.
and
Dane Train.
Matt. How you doing?
Good. How you guys doing?
Doing well.
Doing pretty good. We just had some Papagenos. You guys have Papagenos in Jersey?
No, we don't actually.
Oh, do you
yes.
know Papagenos?
It's a pretty specific New England kind of thing. That's why they're the official pizza of the Patriots.
That's right.
Yeah, I've actually never heard of it.
Oh, yeah,
weird.
it's a big pizza chain here in Mass and in a lot of New England here. So
Unfortunately, all we have is like Domino's and Pizza Hut and a few little independent places.
you guys still have Pizza Hut? There's no Pizza Huts around here anymore.
There's
got a Pizza
one
Hut.
left around me. That's about it.
Do you guys have Little Caesars?
We do have Little Caesars, yeah.
Oh, cool.
I showed you guys the Pizza Hut Taco Bell drive-thru.
Oh, yeah, in L.A.
Yeah.
That's cool.
so real
Blew
quick.
my mind. Welcome to the Pizza Podcast.
Yeah. Real quick. So Matt, around you, well, I guess we'll start with pizza place. What's your favorite pizza place that is?
It's called Pat's Pizza. It's been around for a little over 30 years.
Nice.
Cool.
Nice.
Yeah, pretty much the only pizza place in my town. My town's kind of a small, like, resort town.
Right on.
Awesome.
Not too much in it. Just, well, for as small of a town we are, we have 4 7-Elevens, 3 liquor stores, and 5 gas stations.
Oh, there you go.
Well, that's a big liquor store to pizza place ratio.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And just to cover the other bases, how about just like general fast food? McDonald's, Burger King, KFC, Taco Bell, stuff like that.
There's a KFC and there's a Wendy's. There's a McDonald's near the beach where I live. And that's about it.
What's your favorite though? If you had to pick one, you don't have
Probably
to.
go I'll go with Wendy's.
Oh,
I like
cool.
their spicy chicken.
Nice.
Good
So
call.
we've got Matt here, obviously. We've already been talking to him. Sorry. He used to work at a mom and pop video store and 6 weeks at a Blockbuster as an assistant manager.
Yeah, I was an assistant at Blockbuster.
Nice.
And the mom and pop video store I managed was called Front Row Video. It was in Point Pleasant, New Jersey. I worked there for 7 years.
Wow. 7
Got
years.
the job when I was 18. And a month before I graduated is when I got the job.
Cool. Sweet.
And the owner was like an old hippie. He had money. He didn't need the store.
Oh.
So one day, talking to him, he was doing payroll. He's like, "You want to be the manager?" Sure, why not? I was going to school for computers at the time. And kind of gave that up because my job was basically the movie Clerks.
Nice.
For 7 years, that's what I did.
So people
And
came up and they were like, ooh, Navy SEALs, right?
Oh, yeah. There were times where me and a couple of the other employees would just recite lines of dialogue from Clerks to the employees. There was kind of
YOLO cheeky
the owner didn't
cunts.
care. There was
Today
no
I
rules
come
in the
here
store.
to show you a little trick.
Great.
We could treat
Sidebinder will
the
teach you how to make a
customers
scrolling
nice. We could treat them
80s
like shit.
sci-fi
It really
retro
didn't
grid
matter.
on After Effects.
So
that
do
was
whatever
easy
you wanted
as
there.
sneezy.
Very, very
you only
different.
need motion
Very
tile.
much like a certain
Then,
Burger King we
boom,
know.
it's done.
Oh, yeah. We always
Actually,
complain
I'll
about this
show.
Burger King that's right down the street from us that, like, yeah, they treat you like shit over there. It's crazy.
Yeah.
But there is a big difference between the store you worked at and the Blockbuster, which
Oh, the Blockbuster.
What was, before we get into that, what was like the years, the time frame we're working with here, if you don't mind?
2001 to 2008 was Front Row.
Okay.
Gotcha.
Cool.
And then
Oh, wow.
2008
That's even
for
like
the-
later than I would have imagined.
Yeah, well, I was 18 in 2001. So when I
Okay.
got the job. 34 now.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, you're around
And,
our age.
Yeah, we're all
Right.
the same age.
I thought
so.
they were like all gone by that time. I don't know.
Actually, the last one around me just closed a month ago. It was called Video Time.
Yay.
Yeah, I'll send you guys some pictures afterward. I took pictures of
would
the
you?
closing.
Cool, please.
Oh, so
yeah,
cool.
it was called Video Time in Bricktown, New Jersey. It was the last one. I live in Ocean County. It was the last one in Ocean County.
Oh,
damn.
crazy.
And as far as I know, I can't think of any others in Jersey.
Wow.
Was it a place that you went to like
That's
up until
actually-
they closed it?
Video Time was the first VHS store I remember going to. Before that, there was a store called Parkway Video. It was a Betamax video store.
Oh,
wild.
I remember going there when I was like 5, 6 years old.
I've never even seen a Betamax
Yeah, I don't remember seeing
specific
anything like that
store,
either.
let alone
Yeah, there was
Betamax in
only
general.
one that I ever remember going to.
Oh,
And
it's
when
crazy.
that closed down, that became a pizza place.
Oh,
And now
More
it's
pizza places.
I don't know if you have Wawa's
became
by
a-
you, but Wawa's kind of like a 7-Eleven. That's what it is now.
Oh yeah, we don't
Okay.
have it. We have 7-Elevens in Cumberland
Yeah.
Farms, so White Hens.
no
So-
way.
The video
No
store I
hands.
manage is now a nail salon.
Oh,
You don't manage the nail salon, do you?
No, I don't.
Missed opportunity.
Yeah, I know. Missed out on that.
you probably can't like treat all the ladies in there like shit though. Like, hey, you want to get your nails? Gonna fuck you.
It could just be like
How many dicks have you sucked, lady?
You could just be like Better Call Saul and just have a video store out of the back
Working
room.
out of the back of a nail salon.
Just score some free lemon water or whatever.
So the video store that you managed, like, tell us about it. I mean, like what did it look like? What kind of posters do you remember being in there? Can you like give us a virtual idea of what it was like stepping into this place?
All right. It really was. It was never updated. It looked like
Nice.
a video store from the mid '80s.
Oh, sweet.
Like we had the only posters we had a chaser frame in the windows, the chasing lights.
Yeah.
And we would swap posters out every few weeks. We'd get like cardboard standees and stuff like that. Posters around the store, we didn't really have much room because we crammed so much shit into that store. It wasn't that big of a store to begin with, but it was 9,200 titles.
Wow.
VHS, DVD, video games, but we kind of stepped away from the video games later on because we weren't really making any money off them.
Gotcha.
Our top 3 categories for rentals were new release, porn, and kids movies.
Oh, yeah, okay. Let's go back to porn.
Okay.
Before we
That
step into
was-
kid movies.
That's what kept us in business, really.
That's so fucked up. I can't imagine. Who are these people that are going in and buying physical porn?
No, they're just renting.
I know that's even worse.
we were
Do
actually.
you have to
could
clean the
rent
porn
it-
tapes?
Oh, I hated touching them when they returned them.
Oh my
I
god.
never wanted to.
I'm just curious. Did you guys have a system where like the video? So I went to 2 video stores because one decided just to they were a video store / the other half they sold TVs and appliances, and then they went to just all appliances and got rid of all the videos. And so I ended up going to. In my later years, going to a video store in the town next door, and they had their porno section. They had like the saloon doors.
The beads.
Some people have the beads and things like that. And they had a system there where they had these little white bags that were the size of say like a DVD. So people could put those in those and bring them up to the cash register without people seeing them having like, Bone Zone 5.
Yeah,
or
like
something
you don't
that.
know what's in the
Yeah,
bag.
right. So
Like you're
did you,
drinking a Coca-Cola out of the paper bag on the street,
Right.
passed out.
so like what did you guys have anything like that? Like how did, or you just have like, you got like the grungy guy coming up to you with all like the pornos and like, hey, you go ring me up, Sonny,
It was actually a mix. The way they would rent them is we'd have the porn tapes were like bigger boxes. DVDs were normal size, but we had
Always are.
cards on the top of them with the serial number for the tape.
Gotcha.
So they would just grab the cards and just the size of a regular credit card. They'd bring those up to the register, and then we just grab them off the shelf. And the way it worked for us was you could rent the movie for $3.50, or you could buy it for $15.
Oh, wow.
Oh, did you have
So-
more rentals or purchases?
We had more rentals, and sometimes people would buy them. And when they bought them, since we kind of treated a lot of them like shit, they'd bring the card up, and I'd ask them, "Do you want the box?" Like, "Oh yeah, you got one behind the counter." No, you just got to go grab it. Now, for them to get to the porn section, there was the register. They'd have to walk through the kids section, then to the horror section, then to the porn section.
Oh, that's great. Oh man, what is the most embarrassing porn title that you can recall that someone had purchased?
Vomitorium.
Holy shit!
Oh no way! That's
Yes.
disgusting.
Oh
That sounds like
no!
something you would keep with you for years, having to
Oh,
hand that to someone who's
And the thing too is like,
shows it off the shelf.
I mean, you probably knew some of these people, or kind of sort of got friendly with some of them. So like, you might have that one guy who you're like, "Hey, Uncle Joe. Oh, yeah, you want to rent this tonight?" Okay.
Never had family members come in, but I still work in the same town. I've worked in Point Pleasant for a little over 20 years.
Oh, yeah.
Pretty much all retail work. And the job I have now, I'm a night manager of, it's a Quick Check. It's a 24-hour convenience store and deli
Okay, cool.
located between 2 bars. So
Oh, no.
night
You
shift
must
is
be
very
busy.
busy and very interesting.
yeah.
Cool. Yeah, you must
And
Same
I tell-
guys.
characters.
I see all the same people, and I tell my coworkers I can tell you all their fetishes.
Oh, that's so gross.
Yeah.
This guy likes vomit zone.
Oh, the funniest one we had was we had a series of clown porn titles.
Holy shit! What the?
And we had one guy actually request them.
Oh no!
And I was curious one day, so like I said, no rules in my video store. We could watch
You put
whatever
it
we
on the
wanted.
monitors.
I put it on the screen.
Holy
I'm like, I gotta
shit.
see what this is. And it really, all the women were just dressed as clowns.
Oh,
And
the guys weren't
were dressed
clowns.
as like, no, the guys were like ringleaders for a circus.
Oh wow!
Wow.
It was a weird one.
Oh,
Do you remember the
Funnier
title
than
of that?
anything else.
This is
I
not for
don't.
personal.
Oh,
use.
yes,
This
it
is,
was,
totally
it was
is
actually
for-
called The Sex Lives of Clowns.
Okay, let me write that down real
Yeah,
quick.
Google that later. Find that up on RedTube.
The most bizarre one I've seen was actually a Nazi porn.
What the fuck?
Yeah, now
That's
little-
now which
Are
was
they like
worse?
fucking Nazis to death? Is this like a Tarantino type of thing, or
it was a weird one.
are they
Again, another one I had
glorifying?
another one I had to check out in the store, so I threw it on one day.
It's like
Huh.
vomitorium Nazis. Vomitorium.
That one I never watched. I wasn't curious enough about that one.
Wow,
But,
gross.
yeah, the Nazi one was all the actors and actresses were dressed up as Nazis. The weird thing was Hitler's speeches were sliced in between
God, what?
the sex scenes.
That is insane. That's
Yeah.
scary.
Yes.
Oh, that's
That-
weird.
Now when
That
the
is something
store
to like
closed-
summon the Antichrist.
Yeah, it was fucked up.
wow.
The only reason my store closed was the owner wanted to retire. He had
Okay.
money. He didn't need the store. So when the store closed, me and him and one other employee, there's only 3 of us working there at the time.
Yeah.
We grabbed all the titles we wanted before we sold the stock.
Oh wow.
So I have a huge backlog of stock.
Are those all
And I
those
wanted
bins
to-
that you were showing me?
Yeah, there's 25 of those bins. They're
Oh my
DVDs,
God.
VHS,
Wow.
Nintendo games, Sega games, SNES, like everything's in
Nazi
there.
porn.
Yeah,
I don't
vomitorium.
have no. I went to grab that one and someone had bought it.
Oh God! They should be put on a list. Do you have their
I kind of
name?
wanted to grab it just to have it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
right.
just to say I
Report
own
the
it.
like a
authorities
memento.
to stop anyone from ever seeing it ever again.
Oh man, that's
Yeah.
crazy.
So were you a big VHS or DVD collector when you started working there, or just a big fan of movies? And
I was
as-
actually, I was collecting before I started working there.
Oh, nice.
Ever since I was little, I started with Beta. Unfortunately, my original Beta collection was sold in a yard sale when we moved.
Oh no!
I was about like 9 years old at the time,
Yeah.
so
You had
didn't
no
really
control.
hold on to many of those. I'm trying now to get some of my collection back.
Cool,
I actually
cool.
do have a working Betamax player.
Oh.
It's actually a Betamax surround sound player. The thing weighs about 35 pounds.
Jeez.
I have the speakers and everything for it. I actually just, in a trade on Instagram, a guy had a Betamax Rewinder, which I've actually never even seen
Oh,
before.
wild. Yeah, me neither.
Yeah, and he's throwing that in. I'll be getting that, I think, next week.
Oh, that's
sweet,
awesome.
Yeah.
Cool. Oh man.
So clearly, still collecting. Obviously, Betamax and VHS. Do you do DVDs as well, or do you do video
I do-
games? Or?
I do DVDs. I like to, for video games, I like doing NES and TurboGrafx 16.
Oh, cool, man.
TurboGrafx are hard to come by, at least in this area. It's big.
Yeah,
Big,
same here, too. They are hard to come by.
Yeah.
Only 98 of them were made for the U.S. version of TurboGrafx.
Oh,
Oh,
wild.
And one of them, I forget the name of it, but it's like a $10,000 game. Like I'll never
Holy
get my hands
shit.
on it.
Oh
Yeah.
man, crazy,
Yeah,
crazy.
well, there's a few NES games that sell for anywhere between $300 to, I think the most expensive is the gold NWC card. It sells for about $8 grand.
wow.
Yeah.
We're big Sega Saturn fans.
Yeah.
and
Oh, nice.
Those games are like prices is skyrocketing right now. It's crazy. You know.
A lot
Yeah,
of
actually
the
on
old-
a lot of them are getting remastered right now. So some Sega CDs, some Sega Saturn stuff.
Oh, cool. I didn't know that.
Yeah, actually, Night Trap is getting remastered for PS4.
Oh, sweet. That's cool.
Yeah, a lot of the older games like that, like Full Throttle, Grim Fandango, all the remasters are coming out.
Oh, that's cool. I hope they bring out that Night Trap that had Corey Haim, because I used to have it, and I never really got to play it that much, and then I sold it to the comic book store where KevBot used to work, and now I'm kind of like, I kind of wish I still had it, so...
So what's your most like prized VHS and your most prized beta and your most prized DVD or video game?
My most prized beta is I have a very, very clean copy of Ghostbusters. The case fully it's not like a slide one. The case fully closes on all sides. It folds in. No scratches, rips, or anything in that one.
Wow. Nice.
VHS would probably be more than one. My horror collection on VHS.
Okay.
Yeah.
I have some that like I'll never trade. I might post pictures of them online, but I'm not going to trade them.
What
Stuff
titles?
Like the big box version of I Spit on Your Grave, Last House on the Left.
Cool.
Ones that had very limited run that eventually got re-released 7 or 8 times over.
Right.
I have the big box title for Silent Night, Deadly Night.
Oh, cool.
Awesome. DVD, the Criterion version of RoboCop.
Oh, yeah. Nice.
That was the first pressing of the full uncut version of the movie.
Awesome.
Because the full uncut version never came out on VHS.
Really?
It didn't come out until DVD, and when that came out, it was $40 retail.
Oh, wow.
Now you can get like an unrated box set. But Criterion tapes or DVDs are actually, some of them are worth a good amount of money. Like Salo. First pressing of Salo sells for about $600 on DVD.
Oh,
Because that one was actually, it was on the shelves for about 2 days before it was pulled.
Wow. Are you
People
big
thought
into
it
the Criterion Collection DVDs and Blu-rays and stuff?
The only Criterion collections I actually own are Brazil, because I absolutely love that movie. Terry Gilliam movie.
Oh, yeah.
Fantastic.
That's great.
I have the Criterion Ghostbusters on Laserdisc.
Ooh, nice.
That was the only time I think they released Ghostbusters on Criterion.
Did you guys... Sorry, go ahead.
I have Chasing Amy on DVD, and I think RoboCop on DVD, and that's pretty much it.
Did you guys rent Laserdisc as well?
No, we didn't rent Laserdisc. We didn't have those.
Okay.
So is it must be kind of weird, like, to even think that you might have had stuff on the shelf in the stores that you might not have gotten your hands on when the store closed that you're seeing today that are like wicked rare and like, expensive and stuff like that. You know, just like you talk about like all those big boxes that you have, like there's probably still like, I can think of like a number of tapes that I remember seeing when I was like a kid, movies like Bad Taste and stuff like that, and Return of the Living Dead 2, like, all those covers that I remember seeing, and I'm like, my God, these were right in front of me, and today, like, they're hard to find, or, you know what I mean? Or, like, a lot of people call them grails and stuff like that.
Is there anything on your wish list that you wish you grabbed, or, like, your most prized
Or something you rented a bunch there and...
You never bought?
Yeah.
The actual official release, not a bootleg, of Cannibal Holocaust and Cannibal Ferox. We had those, like, the actual real releases.
Oh, wow.
And
did you have a lot of that? Like,
Yeah, actually, when I got to the store and was actually put in charge, I did everything in the store but payroll. The owner did payroll.
Okay.
Gotcha.
So you were able to just order whatever the fuck you wanted?
Pretty much, yeah. That's all it was.
So I got a question for you.
Yeah.
Not recently, but back in the day, I talked to, this is back when the video store near me was still open, and he said that tapes at the time used to cost like $80 a pop for video store owners to get those.
Between $60 and $120 a tape.
So can you tell us about the process of what it was like to order, or to basically fill your stock at the store? Like how did it work back then? Because I mean, we've all seen like videos on YouTube of like, it's like when Terminator 2 came out, it's like, oh, you can order so many copies, and then you get this, you get the standee, and you get this, all these videos that were promotional things for the video store. So like, how did that process actually work?
I need 2 Cannibal Holocausts and 3 clown Nazi fist fucks by Saturday.
I can tell you the official way it was done and then the way we actually did it.
Okay.
The way it
we
was done
robbed
was,
other stores.
No, not really. We undercut other stores by far. You had several distributors you could order from, all different companies. When I got there, I signed up for as many distributors as I could because they'd send you screener copies.
This is like Vestron and Full Moon and
Yeah,
stuff
now
like
a lot
that.
of those are popping up
Full
in
Moons,
Savers and
shit
whatever.
like that.
Gotcha.
Yeah, so we'd get the screener copies in the mail, and they're the ones that have the number. If you rent or bought this, please call this number. We'd rent them out. We didn't care.
Gotcha.
We get feedback from people, and then if we wanted to get tapes ahead of time, you could get the tapes up to 3 months ahead of time.
Oh, wow.
That was the longest period. Most of them were about 6 weeks before the release date. Now, if you rented them or sold them before that, it was called the pre-street violation.
Oh.
And you can actually, the warning before tapes, the FBI warning, part of that is about the pre-street violation. You could be fined up to $200,000 for every tape rented or sold before the pre-street.
Oh, wild.
So what we used to do, when I first started there, before I knew most of the customers, I would rent them out to my regulars, people I knew. 2-3 years there, 4 years there, I just started putting them out on the shelf. So we would pay $60 for the movie from the distributor, and we'd make that money back 2-3 times over by the actual release date.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
No
Then
kidding.
if it was a screener copy or something people weren't too interested in, we didn't actually order from the distributor. We just went to Costco or Price Club, picked it up for $15, threw it on the shelf.
No kidding.
Now
Is
our
that-
newer,
Like, is that, I don't know, against the video store code or something? Or is that like, yeah, you could just do that? Or could you not answer that question?
no. At this point, it doesn't matter. It's been closed a while.
All right.
Yeah, because, you know,
No,
the
it-
FBI is listening in on.
I don't think the FBI has ever charged
it's
anyone
only a-
$200,000 for anything.
Oh, I used to sell bootlegs in the store.
Oh, no way.
Like shit that was in theaters. We would download them,
wow.
burn them, and sell them.
Oh, no
Like
kidding.
really, there were. When I walked in my second week there, and I saw my owner sitting in the back office smoking a joint, drinking a beer, doing payroll. there were no rules.
All bets were on.
Yeah.
You know,
sounds
that's
about
funny
right.
because I don't know if you guys ever did this. In the later years before my video store closed, they had a Netflix account, and let's say they didn't have something that I wanted. Like I remember I wanted to see, what's that movie with the fat boys? Disorderlies.
Yeah, there's orderlies. Yeah.
I was like, dudes, I really want to watch Disorderlies, and they're like, all right, give me like a couple of weeks. And
Yeah, we did that.
Yeah, so they would get it from Netflix, burn me a rip copy, and be like, here, just have it. You know what I mean? Because I was friendly with them, and I'm like, okay, cool. So,
Wow.
you know?
Yeah, we would do that. We would also, the way the computer was set up, all that was on there was the actual video renting software, and then I put DVD rippers on there.
Oh, cool.
So,
so you
we
did
would
it.
go to if there were DVDs that we didn't have that another store had that say we couldn't buy anymore or we didn't want to pay for,
Right.
we would just go rent them, bring them back to our store, copy them, bring the other tape back, burn them, and we actually had a label maker for the DVDs.
Oh, no way.
Oh,
So we would just put stickers on the DVDs and put them out on the shelf.
wow. That is
Now-
scandalous.
When I was at Blockbuster, there are two reasons why I hated that job. One, you actually had to earn your hours there. You had
Like
to
you had to
sell-
show up for work.
No, you had to that, and you had to sell their bullshit programs.
Oh.
You had to sell their version of Netflix at the time.
Oh,
There-
no.
Their video rental package, their game rental package, their snack bundle package.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah.
And you had quotas every week, and if you didn't meet your quotas, they would cut your hours by a day.
No
Wow,
way.
that sounds
That's awful.
illegal.
That
Now, the only reason I was able to do it was because a lot of my customers from Front Row came to Blockbuster.
Right.
So,
This was
like-
after it shut down, obviously.
This was after it shut down, and I felt shitty doing it, but I had to make money, so I kind of conned them into buying those bundles.
You'd out them, hey, I'll tell the entire town of your fetishes if you don't buy this candy box.
Oh. Yeah, you want me to keep ordering your period fetish was another one that I had to order all the time.
Oh, Christ.
That one and armpit licking was another bizarre one. That's some Japanese thing.
There is
Yeah, it
no
was
shame.
It was a weird one.
Oh, man.
I still don't understand the, like, how one can build themselves up to, like, be like, hey, dude, I like people that lick armpits, and I'm going to give you money for it.
It's just a level of not having any shame.
Or the internet. I mean, it's
You know,
2001.
That was the one big. I think
Yeah.
that was probably the reason why Blockbusters went out was because they didn't have adult sections.
That's why
with
Gal
beads in the
Video
back.
is still there,
Yeah,
selling flags, quote unquote.
No porn, and their back stock was crap. If a title didn't rent within a 3-month period, they got rid of it.
Really?
Wow.
Yeah.
Jeez.
So like their horror section, for example, was stuff that was maybe a year or two old. Nothing past that.
Yeah, I noticed that like when we started going to Hollywood Video, because they had more ridiculous
you're right.
like shitty horror movies, and Blockbuster had like
Yeah.
Silence of the Lambs, and like that was it.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, they're
at Blockbuster, let me ask you this, because it was something I always wondered as a kid. What was the markup on like the candy and stuff like that? Because it was so outrageously priced.
it was pretty much
And-
the same as what movie theaters did.
Oh, okay. So
We would,
you get
um,
it dirt cheap, and that's how you. Try
Oh
and
yeah,
make
they
all
would
your
come in
money.
in pallets, and we'd get the pallets dirt cheap, sell everything 2-3 times the price,
Wow.
and we'd make up the cost for it in a day.
Did a lot of people actually buy that stuff?
The kids did. The kids that would come in did.
Yeah.
Do you
And the
remember
parents that
Crave?
wanted
Did
to
you
keep their
sell
kids
Crave?
My first day there, I actually almost quit the first day. 'cause
Oh, wow.
The first job they wanted me to do was they had a box of DVDs they wanted me to destroy.
What?
Wow.
If
Blasphemy.
like I said, if it didn't rent, they pulled it off the shelf.
But they didn't put out
And
like for sale somewhere.
They would
in
put it
a
out for
bin?
sale, but if it was sitting in the sale bin for a 6-month period, they wanted it destroyed. And they actually had a special DVD shredder. It didn't actually shred the disc, but it put a dotted pattern on the bottom that went through all the layers of the disc so it wouldn't
Oh
play.
yeah.
Oh, that's so weird.
It's awful.
So I wouldn't do it. I said, no, I got to do the training videos. I'm not going to do this.
Yeah.
I then later took the box of DVDs and brought it back to Video Time, our original distributor, and told him the day of the month that they did all this.
Oh, wow.
And I left them out by the dumpster for him.
That's so
So
funny.
he would come by, pick them up, and then he would sell them in his store or on eBay.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
that's smart.
Because I was not going to sit there and destroy movies.
Yeah.
in a
No.
video
Yeah.
store.
That's really tough.
Yeah.
Are you still friends with or keep in touch with the owner of the video store that you worked for?
Yeah, his name's Paul. He actually lives a few blocks away from me.
Oh, nice.
oh, cool.
I see him every so often around town. My town's not that big, so I run into a lot of people.
Yeah.
Cool.
The people from Blockbuster, them I don't really see anymore,
They
which
all
I'm kind of happy about.
disappeared.
Obviously, it was a very different atmosphere, but the people who worked at Blockbuster, were they movie enthusiasts like you, or were they kids who just needed a job?
They just need a job, honestly. They didn't
Yeah.
care.
That's
Oh, they didn't care about movies or video games?
You couldn't talk. You couldn't talk to them about any of that.
Oh, jeez.
It was at the time. A lot of them were younger than me, and they weren't into even trying to talk about new release movies.
Mm-hmm.
They really weren't into any out of the house, or they just needed money for something. They didn't really care. Front row, honestly, my friends would come hang out in the store. I actually would teach them how to run the computer.
Okay.
Just for doing rentals and taking returns. Like, that's pretty much it. And it'd be me and like 3-4 of my friends sitting behind the counter watching movies, just drinking, smoking, doing whatever. And that was it. It was more of like a hangout. It was just a cool location.
Yeah.
Sounds like
Awesome.
a great job.
Yeah, it sounds very low key, but very, very awesome. And so, what kind of movies would you? I guess what genre were you big into then, or still into now? Like, if someone said, "I'm looking for anything," what was like a go-to for you? Was it
Like your
specifically
recommendation?
horror?
We actually had an employee favorite section. And it was the owner's tapes, my tapes, and I think we had 2 other employees at the time. And my tapes were, it was a mix of a little bit of everything. Movies like A Clockwork Orange, Harold and Maude. I would throw some weird horror movies in there just to fuck with people. So nothing too extreme, stuff like Glass House on the Left. Any
Yeah,
of the
nothing too
70s
extreme.
Italian-
Just a 8-minute rape scene at the beginning.
Yeah,
of the
there you go.
movie.
Nothing too bad. Maybe like Demons by Dario Argento.
Oh,
Yeah.
cool.
Something like that in
Yeah.
there.
Nice.
For dramas, I go more with like 70s, like sleeper hits, movies like Joe, which was actually, what's her name's first movie? The girl who played Janet in Rocky Horror. I can't think of her name right now.
Oh yeah, that's Jesus.
I
Yeah.
can't
Neither can we.
If any of you people out there know who we're talking about, write it in the comments or something. Email us.
Yeah, if you want to laugh at us for not knowing it. Yeah.
Have you gotten, what's the like biggest complaint you got? Like the most like crazy customer story you have from working at either store?
Blockbuster, not so many. Front row, it would mainly revolve around late fees. If I got into an argument with a customer about anything, that or renting, say, an R-rated movie to a 7-year-old.
Right.
Like, you rented this to my kid, how dare you, type of thing? Or, like, they just didn't know what they were doing?
I remember a father coming in screaming at me because I let his 9-year-old kid rent People Under the Stairs.
That's an awesome movie. He should be thanking you.
Yeah, like, I watched that movie when it came out. I loved it. I thought it was great.
Yeah.
Father came in screaming at me, "Oh, there's so much blood. This is so fucked up. How could you do this?" I'm like, all right, well, you can't rent her anymore. And just ban his kid.
That's pretty great.
Yeah.
The late fees were the biggest thing with people, and if they were cool about it, like, I'd call them up every month. Once a month, we'd call.
Yeah.
And I'd say, okay, you have these 3 titles out. Your late fee is like $80. If you bring
Holy
them back
shit.
today or tomorrow, I'll cut it down to $20.
Whoa.
Yeah.
I would do that with most customers. Other customers, I would let it ride. I wouldn't call them. I wouldn't call them for 3-4 months.
Oh, wow.
Then call them, yeah, you have these 5 titles out. Your late fee is $600. If you do not bring it back in an hour, I'm charging your credit card.
Oh, wow.
You want to hear a quick weird story? This second video store that I went to, so we used to make a bunch of movies when we were like in high school, and I got really friendly with the owners, and I was like, hey, like, if I make some like DVDs and stuff, could you put them out for rent? He's like, hell yeah. So he made this like, little teeny little section that was like, free rentals from local filmmakers or whatever. And it was our
really
like
cool.
stupid, goofy little videos that like we made in high school. And he didn't charge for people to take them, but he would charge for late fees. And
Did someone get a late fee for my shitty movie?
I probably. So what happened was some guy came into the store, made an account that day, took like all 5 DVDs and never came back.
Oh, that's so creepy.
Right?
That is
How nuts
some
is that?
And
weird
they're
dude is
still
watching our
building
movies.
the late fees on that.
I know.
He's
It's crazy.
jerking off to the Incredible Bulk's Thanksgiving and Nazi fisting porn.
Yeah, right.
You guys
Nazi
made
clown
Nazi
fisting
fisting porn?
Yeah, we didn't make that in high school, but
No, that was not ours.
so
My favorite story for late fees was I had one guy came in screaming at me. He came in to rent a movie. I said, you still have a few movies out. It's been 2 months. You have to bring these back before I can rent you anything. Now, he wasn't a regular, and he was being a real dick about it, screaming at me. So I'm like, well, I'm not renting you anything until you bring these back. He left, and he told me he was going to work. I called his wife. I switched the titles of the names of the movies in the computer to the gay porn titles.
Oh my God, that
And I
is
told this wife,
genius.
This is Matt from Front Row Video. I'm just calling to let you know you still have a few titles out. If you could bring them back today, I'll drop the late fee. She asked the titles. I can't remember what they were now, but I'm sure I made them some fucked up gay titles.
Oh shit.
And guy came in later screaming at me again. My wife just left.
Like left him?
Just left the house. I don't know the end of the story. I just know she left the house that night.
that's
my
awesome.
God.
Should have brought my movies back. What do you want from me?
Oh my
He's like,
god.
well, I'm going to get you fired. Where's the manager? Talking to the manager. You want to find the owner? He's stoned somewhere. Go find him.
Oh my God, you are like the Joker. Point Pleasant, New Jersey.
It was the kind of stuff we could get away with. Like,
Hey,
and then go in the block.
I mean, if the
go in
dude's an asshole.
You got to rule with an iron fist, you know?
Yeah, but if you came in, you were cool. We didn't care.
Yeah.
Was this like, I mean, did you guys have like, a shotgun underneath the counter just in case or
Yeah,
something
what if
like
someone
that?
like flipped out? No one tried to rob the place, or no one. Like,
No one
was
ever tried to rob the
irate?
place. We did have, the only thing we had behind the counter was a cooler of beer.
Okay.
We usually had like a stash somewhere, and we had a bat. That was the best thing we had, was a bat.
Awesome.
We never had any problems, though.
Bat and
The
beer.
only thing was we had to throw kids out every so often.
Why were
Yeah.
they
That
going
was
into the
about it.
porno section?
Actually, no, we would let them do that. We didn't care.
Oh,
Yeah.
Because we wouldn't let them rent it, and they're going to try to get in there anyway.
Right.
So it would have been a fight every day. So when I first got there, the porn section just had a red curtain over it. And then we actually remodeled the store. And when we realized, okay, this is one of our biggest renters, this is where we're making all the money, we tripled the size of the porn section.
Oh, wow.
And it actually just had a regular door on it. And half the time I'd be getting ready to close, and I didn't realize there'd still be people back there.
Oh, you never caught anyone like whacking it, did you?
I did. Several times.
Oh, was he like, let me finish?
Oh, that was not fun.
Holy shit! How do you handle that?
Very
Oh,
carefully.
you just quietly close the door, and then call the cops.
Oh, okay.
Let the cops take care of it. I wasn't dealing with that shit.
Yeah.
Wow.
Shit. Hey, there's some dude jerking off in my store.
Yeah, that's happened more than once, unfortunately.
Oh no!
Whoa, how many times?
Yeah,
And this
it
is-
wasn't.
This
It
is
wasn't an everyday occurrence. I'd say maybe 5-6 times it happened.
Wow.
Once is too much, but yeah.
That is a.
this is just people doing it to like the boxes, right? Like they're
Yeah,
not
just the
watching
boxes,
anything
That's
in
it.
there.
That's all that's there.
Wow.
It's like
once
it's like
in- once
almost
in a
once
while-
a year for 7 years you were there. So yeah, that's
Yeah. Once in a while too, we would take like the Mary Kate and Ashley Olsen tapes and throw them in the back section,
Oh no.
just to see if anyone would say anything.
Oh
Yeah.
wow.
Did anyone say anything? They're like, ugh.
I had
this
one guy. I had one guy come up and say, "Is this a porn?" I'm like, "You could rent it and find out. I don't know. I didn't stock it."
And then he got arrested.
I never had anyone ask for child porn. I had more people than I can remember ask for bestiality though.
Oh my god.
Wow. Wait, so people would like legit come up to you and say like, "So,
Do you have Animal Farm?
what do you recommend tonight for your bestiality section?" right?
bestiality.
I had one guy straight up ask me for horse porn. And I'm like, well, you can go online and Google Mr. Hands if you're really that
Holy
interested.
shit.
But yeah, no, we never carried that. We did not stock that. I would not stock that.
Is that legal? I don't think it is.
no,
my
it's
God.
not legal. No.
Yeah.
Holy
we
shit.
never stocked anything illegal.
Right. Except for
The only
bootleg
thing-
DVDs and bootleg videos.
Except for that, yes, but that's
not,
just like a
like,
minor
totally
thing.
illegal, yeah.
It's a minor thing. The only
$200,000
stuff we did like
offense.
that was pre-street violations. Oh, that was the other thing at Blockbuster. They would want us to go to other video stores around the area and see if they were doing pre-street violations.
Oh, that's
Oh, what to
fucking
like
creepy.
rat them
So
out?
they wanted us to rat out other video stores.
Oh, dude.
Wow. Like while
So-
you're on the clock?
Yeah, so we had to wear a uniform at Blockbuster, which sucked. Like right now, I'm wearing a Return of the Living Dead T-shirt, and that's pretty much the kind of stuff I wore at Front Row.
Yeah.
yeah.
And we would have to change into regular clothes, go to other video stores, check their new release section, look behind the counter, see if they had them already set up for rental. And I never did it. I would leave work. For me, it was just a break.
Yeah.
I'd come back and be like, no, I didn't find anything.
How long would you go for? Like, is this a day or?
It would be like half our shift.
Okay.
We'd have a list of stores, maybe like 3 stores to check out. And I wouldn't go to any of them. I would
That's
just go to
so
Video
shady.
Time. Yeah, I'd go to Video Time and talk to the distributor for Front Row because we were still friends. I'd just go hang out with him.
Wow.
Be like, what are you doing here? I'm like, well, I'm just here to see if you have any pre-streets. His name was Bob. He was a cool guy.
Nice.
And it's like, first time I fucked with him, I'm like, Bob, you got this movie? He's like, oh yeah, Matt, I got it for you. I'm like, all right, well, I got to report you now, Bob. It's like, what? I'm like, oh, I'm working for Blockbuster now. He gave me the dirtiest fucking look.
Oh man.
I'm like, no, Bob, I don't give a shit. I'm not reporting you. I don't care. I'm the guy they're sending to see if you're doing it. He's like, oh, I'm fine then. I'm like, yeah, you're fine. I'm not going to do it.
Wow.
Nice. It's good to have
Jesus.
connections like that.
Oh my
so
God.
in all your time at working for both video stores, how much competition was in the area, and did you know a lot of the other video stores? Like,
In the town I'm in, there was my video store. There was another one called Primetime Video, which was about 2 miles away. And there was Blockbuster, which was maybe about 3 miles away. So every store had their own group of customers, and there was layover between the other ones. Now, Primetime was another mom and pop store, and we were cool with them. We had no issues with them. They had their own customer base. We had our own. We left each other alone. And they had the same kind of setup as ours. And so we were cool with them. And then the town, Brick, the next town over from me, they had Video Time. Parkway Video was still there at the time. And they had a Hollywood Video. Now, they were set probably 5-10 miles apart. So there wasn't much like real competition, like, oh, we hate Primetime or
Yeah.
we hate Blockbuster or anything, which was kind of cool. It was nice having that.
Now, did Blockbuster send any moles into your store while you were working there?
Yeah, but I was dating one at the time, so I was.
Oh.
Yeah.
you clued
That's
into
actually.
that.
So you were a
Yeah,
double agent.
Yeah, that was actually how I got the job at Blockbuster. I was going out with a girl there at the time, and I said to her one day, I can't do this shit anymore. Like, I'm leaving. I can't do this. And she didn't care. She's like, yeah, they didn't care. like at Front Row, it was about the movies. Like,
Yeah.
because we kept it like an old video store. We kept VHS up until the very end.
Oh wow!
Like a lot of stores made the changeover right away to DVD.
Yeah.
We kept both.
Now, how did
we
the
had-
VHS continue to rent, or was it just kind of sitting there?
The kids' movies would always rent.
Okay.
Because at the time, this was like right at the switchover, like right when DVD was taken over.
Yeah.
So a lot of people still had VCRs.
Yeah.
And they would like put them in their kids' room. So they'd come in and they'd rent two,
Okay.
3 movies for the kids on the weekend. So we always had kids' movies renting. New release would always rent. And then eventually it started leaning more and more toward DVD. So I cut back on the VHS.
Right.
Porn was always 50-50.
Okay.
Like I would always grab VHS and DVD, same titles. And there was never a drop off either way with those.
No
It was
kidding.
always even. But the biggest VHS rental to the end was always kids.
the movie Kids.
Not
Or
the movie
kids.
kids.
Okay.
We did stock kids. We stocked many Larry Clark titles.
Like that's
And yet
very
I was
obscure for
actually-
a.
When I got there, I actually put a trauma section in the video store.
Oh, nice.
We had, because at the time, Paul had a cult section in the video store, just cult movies. And it was like 2 small shelves, and it was all John Waters, David Lynch.
Yeah.
And he actually had a huge John Waters collection, like all his early stuff, Multiple Maniacs, Polyester, a lot of great stuff. And I just put another rack next to it, and I made the next one Trauma. And Trauma titles, they'll basically give them to you. They don't care.
Yeah.
You can get Trauma titles dirt cheap. And I actually just contacted. Yeah, I contacted Trauma. Like, I have to contact all distributors. And I'm like, yeah, my name's Matt at Front Row Video in Point Pleasant, New Jersey. We want to stock your titles. They sent me a box of 20 of their newest titles at the time.
Oh wow.
And then I was able to order their back stock for $5 per tape.
Oh wow.
So
nice.
I was able to fill it with a lot of stuff. And those movies did. Oh, Toxic Avenger was another one in my favorite shelf
Okay.
Oh, cool.
that I'd recommend. I saw that movie. A lot of people didn't like my recommendations to kids because I
Was
just
Toxic
I grew
Avenger
up,
to kids?
I grew up watching movies like Toxic Avenger. My dad introduced me to the Freddy movies, the Jason movies when I was little. Night of the Living Dead when I was
Yeah.
probably 5 or 6. I remember I was 6 years old watching Creepshow for the first time.
Wow.
I was
wow.
staying at my cousin's house back to back, Creepshow and RoboCop.
Oh cool.
And the reason I watched those,
Watch RoboCop.
no, I was 6 years old. I went to my cousin's house, and I remember my parents telling me, "These are the movies you can't watch while you're there." So they were the first movies we watched.
Of course.
That's
So yeah,
awesome.
to me, stuff like that was like kids' movies.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And in the beginning, it was, oh yeah, here, Indiana Jones for your kid. I actually had a mother come in for the 20th anniversary of E.T., coming in telling me this movie was too extreme for her kid.
What?
E.T. is scary as fuck. I'm gonna say.
Well, so is
E.T. scared the shit out of
so
me.
is the brave little toaster. I mean, come on, you know.
I'm just saying, like that fucking like pile of turd is supposed to be a friendly alien. I don't know. Whatever. He's creepy as shit to me.
Oh man.
Spielberg, you hack.
Oh man.
Awesome.
Yeah. So, yeah, we've covered a lot of good stuff here today.
Yeah.
Is there anything else you want? Oh, wait, we were going to talk about Instagram and the VHS community that we now have today, right?
Oh, I was surprised to find that on Instagram.
So were we.
Big
I
time.
loved it. It's great.
You
I
know-
do about 2 to 3 trades a week now with people.
All right.
Oh wow.
First one I've been doing several trades with him. His name is Kane_Enabler.
Yes, I'm
Great
familiar
guy.
with him. Yep.
I've done about 3 trades with him. A lot of horror movie trades. Inglewood Videos, another one. A lot of trades with him.
Yep.
Another cheap plug.
Just found someone. Her name is VHS_Bright Lights.
Oh,
He actually
yeah.
takes blank tapes. Have you seen those?
Yes, I have.
Takes bl-
I want to order
blank
one.
tapes with custom. I just ordered 2 of them.
Oh, cool.
Just makes custom labels, and where the spools are, she'll just put lights. Just like a decorative piece. They're really cool
Oh
looking.
sweet.
I'm thinking
I
about ordering one
recommend-
with our logo, so that'd be cool.
Yeah, I'll have to grab
That
one of
that would be
those.
cool. It would look good with your logo.
Yeah, yeah.
Does,
So,
does that person do like multicolor tapes too, or is it just like?
Yeah, if you check out her page, there's a couple tapes where you can get multicolored ones. It's completely customizable.
Sweet.
Like I got one. Mystery Science Theater was my favorite TV show.
Oh yeah.
So I got one for Mystery Science Theater. has Blue Bandits. One of his favorite movies is The Shadow. He grew up watching and he loved it.
Cool.
So it's a Shadow label with green lights on it.
That's awesome.
But I've been talking to her back and forth. She's in England.
Oh, wow.
And yeah, but she'll ship overseas. She's cool with that. It's all through PayPal.
Awesome.
And yeah, you can order whatever. You can have the lights any way you want, any label you want on there. So I definitely recommend checking her page out.
Yeah.
Cool.
What was her name again? Just so people can.
It's VHS_bright lights.
Sweet. Cheap plug.
Cool. Yeah. cheap plug to her.
VHS_bright lights.
Awesome. So,
Like for us, we were just, we've always been into VHS. It's kind of like a weird thing where even back in the early 2000s, people would be like, oh, DVDs, man, why are you still watching tapes? And we just always, for some reason, had a thing with tapes. And it's like our thing. And like we go to.
They wouldn't carry over the movies you couldn't find, like fucking
stuff
Snake
that's out
Eater
of
3.
print.
There's still so many movies on VHS.
Exactly.
time.
That's why we
Not on
do
DVD
this.
yet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And our whole thing was because we just love tapes, and we were like, hey, podcasting is cool. I mean, we've always done like videos and stuff. Like I'm a TV producer by trade. He's a professional actor, and like we've always done a lot of videos, but we never did like the podcasting, and we found out it's really easy to do. And we just started off with like a Facebook page, and we've come to realize that that's whatever their algorithm is, it doesn't really do much. And
It sucks.
And then we did Twitter, and that doesn't. I mean, it did a little bit, but not a ton. And then suddenly we got on to Instagram, and we just
There's
started.
already this community of VHS
yeah.
collectors set up, and
Like it's unbelievable what a door that the Instagram community on there opened up to us. And it's same thing that you must be experiencing, like just how welcome and how nice it is to have so many people that enjoy this stuff through talking about it and trading and just being able to meet guys like you.
Yeah,
so
like I said, I was incredibly surprised by the community on there. Everyone is really cool. I didn't really think I'd find anything like that on there. I originally joined Instagram
to check out twerking videos like me.
Oh, of course. Yeah, send me that afterward.
You got it.
I write a little bit, and I post some of my writing on there just to get feedback and stuff.
Oh, really? Is
And
there anything you want to plug? Or anything you got coming up?
If anybody wants, the writing on my page is kind of rough in the beginning if you look at the early posts.
Mm-hmm.
But I'd say probably the piece I have in there that's most popular is called Frank and Bob.
Cool.
It's about sleep paralysis.
Oh my God,
Actually-
I have that so much. The last 3 nights, I've had that all in a row. That's a whole other story.
I've had that too, and it's terrifying.
Oh my
So you've
God.
experienced it too, huh?
I've had it since I was little. Not every night. I get it, I'd say on average 2-3 times a week.
Yeah.
And first time I had it, I was little. It was in the 80s, and trying to explain that to your parents or a doctor, they really didn't know much about it then.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And there's nothing they can do about it. Like you feel terrified, and it feels very scary.
Yeah.
But eventually you'll get used to it.
Yeah.
And there's the Frank and Bob piece. I think there's 3 of them on my page, and it's kind of like it's about the first time I experienced it and growing up with it and how I handle it now.
Gotcha.
And-
I'm going to have to check that out because literally the last 3 nights I've been paralyzed, waking up at 4 a.m. Ugh, it sucks.
Crazy.
Said if anybody reads my writing, some of it is very rough. It's kind of stuff I just thought about, wrote it, typed it up, threw it up there.
Cool.
Nice.
Gotcha. All
But
right.
I always want feedback on stuff. If it sucks, tell me it sucks. Let me know.
All right,
Well, I'm
people.
sure it kicks ass.
All right, people, write some stuff in those comments and let him know.
Yeah, Barry_Lincoln83.
Yes.
Oh, cool.
All right.
Cool. I remember.
Very cool. So you got the VHS stuff up there. You've got your writing up there. I see you got a lot of Punisher stuff up on there. Hence like your Gmail
yeah.
as well. So
Punisher?
Yep.
Nice,
So you're really
nice.
into that.
Okay.
Punisher, I don't know if you can see it, Return of the Living Dead.
Yeah.
Sweet. So I have to ask, who is your favorite Punisher writer?
Garth
you're-
Ennis.
Oh, nice. Hands down the best. He embodied the Punisher. Just
Yeah,
his
Garth
whole
Ennis,
run.
Punisher Max run, even the stuff he did that wasn't Punisher Max, probably my favorite stuff.
Oh, the Marvel Knights stuff where he would fuck with Daredevil and Spider-Man and
Yeah, the Marvel Knights stuff, the stuff Garth Ennis did with him and Nick Fury in Vietnam.
oh yeah.
And then, of course, the Punisher Max run itself, which is phenomenal.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Yeah,
There's no superheroes in that. It's just dark and gritty.
Yeah.
It's a really great story.
Yep. I agree. That's like hands down my favorite Garth Ennis stuff. Just in general, but as far as like that's the perfect Punisher stuff. By the way, I worked at a comic book store for 9 years, so it's like,
Have you read The Boys by Garth Ennis?
Oh yeah, Boys is great.
Oh, The Boys is great. I'm collecting that one now. I have the first 4 volumes. I'm doing the hardcover volumes.
Oh, nice.
Hardcover, softcover. I don't really care.
Yeah. That's like his big fuck you to superhero.
Yeah, pretty much a big fuck you to like Marvel, DC, everybody.
Yeah. But, Preacher also is up there too.
Preacher, it surprised me. I really enjoyed Preacher.
Yeah.
He has another one called The Pro, which just a one-shot issue about a hooker superhero.
Yeah. Yeah,
That sounds awesome.
that's a good one too.
But actually, aside from Punisher, my favorite comic would be Johnny the Homicidal Maniac.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
I
that's some
actually
good stuff,
have
too.
on my leg, I have 6 different Johnny tattoos.
Oh, wow.
Wild.
That's pretty
I
cool.
want to actually get my leg done all the way around. I actually have, my first tattoo was the Ghostbuster logo.
Oh, cool.
Nice.
I have that on my left arm. I have the Mystery Science Theater logo on my right arm.
Nice.
I have Slimer on my leg. Yeah, most of my tattoos are either comic book or movie related.
Oh, that's
Sweet,
awesome.
sweet. So you're a comic book fan too, just general, all around pop culture kind of guy. Movies, video games, comics.
Kind of a little bit everything, yeah.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah.
That's
Awesome, dude. Very,
Sweet,
very
sweet.
cool.
Well,
Awesome.
thanks so much for getting in touch with us and being our first interview. Special.
I feel honored. Thanks.
Yeah, thank
for
you.
having me.
It's awesome to hear a lot of those stories.
Yeah, I learned so fucking much about the movie rental biz
Yeah.
that I would have
That's just the beginning.
never heard
There's
of.
pany more of those.
Hey,
jeez.
we
We'll
may
love to
have to have you back.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'll come back anytime you guys want.
And Matt,
Thank you.
I just gotta say, man, thank you as a trader. Thank you so much for doing a trade with me and for being just incredibly kind and polite and pleasant in doing a trade. I really appreciate it. I find that
thank you.
kindness and manners in the trading stuff on Instagram really goes a long way, and you have gotten a 10 out of 10. So,
thank you very much.
So thank you very. I'm sure. I mean, I know we both have traded with a ton of people. Most people are insanely chill. Some
Yeah,
people.
most of them are. I actually have. I've only come across one guy that was a dick,
And then you sent him a bunch of gay porn to his wife.
oh, I wish. No, he. On my page, I have a short video of the movie Bleeders. I have the copy where the cover actually has the liquid blood in it.
Oh, cool, cool.
nice.
Yeah, I think I might have seen that. Yeah.
Yeah, a guy kept messaging me. He's like, well, do you want to trade this movie? I'm like, no, this is one of the ones I want to keep. I don't want to trade it. I'm just kind of showing it online. He kept pestering me over and over and over again. He's like, well, I'll trade you this for it. I'll trade you this for it. And I ended up blocking him. He's like, well, just give me the movie. Just
Oh my
send
God.
it to me.
Jeez.
Fuck you. I'm not sending you shit. Block you. You're done. Only one. Everyone else, like I said, Kane Enabler, probably the coolest guy I've dealt with online. Me and him have done a bunch of trades.
Nice.
Inglewood Video, another one. You guys, always throwing in the extra cool stuff in there.
Oh, yeah. I
Magnetic.
love
What's
doing
it?
that.
Magnetic Rentals is the other one. I
Oh
think?
yeah. Magnetic
Yeah.
Magic Rental, something like that.
Something like that. Yeah,
Yeah.
I've done a couple trades with them.
Awesome.
Very cool. Yeah, like you said, everyone's very chill. Everyone's very nice.
Awesome, dude.
Only thing I get on there is when they ask for my shipping info and they find that I'm in Jersey. I hate it, but they immediately associate Jersey with the MTV show The Jersey Shore.
Oh, so they think you have like big
Oh,
spiky
no.
hair and like all tanned up muscles or something? I mean,
Oh, yeah.
So let's set the record straight. If there's something you want, because we live in Worcester, and Worcester is
Okay.
essentially the New Jersey of Massachusetts, I would say, as far as
Okay.
like people shitting on it. Is there anything you want to clear up about New Jersey? Because New Jersey actually has like been our second like biggest demographic. It goes between like New Jersey, California, and New York. But so there's a lot of people that listen to us in New Jersey. So what does New Jersey want to say about New Jersey to clear itself up from people saying that everyone's a meathead?
Okay, all the assholes you've seen on MTV, The Jersey Shore, any other reality show, they are from New York. They are not from New Jersey.
Okay, now we got to get people to clear up New York's name.
You're gonna get people from upstate New York being like, "Well, we're not the city, so there's a lot more."
I apologize. I don't want to
infighting.
offend anybody, but they are not from New Jersey.
Yeah.
It's not. And unfortunately, where they filmed in Jersey Shore is only 2 towns over from me.
Oh, weird.
So while they were filming it, where I'm working now, the cast would come in a lot.
Really? Whoa.
Yeah,
And like
and-
It
order.
must have smelled so much Axe body spray.
Oh,
I was
it's
gonna
horrible.
say
It was absolutely horrible.
fake tan spray.
Oh, yeah,
Hairspray.
right.
So many different aerosol sprays.
So, like, you know, what's funny is when you and I were doing a trade, I don't remember who it was, but at the very same time, I was doing a trade with another guy from New Jersey. And so when I had to send you guys the tracking number, I was like, I had to like really keep it in my noggin and remember, like, okay, you're from this part of Jersey and they're from that part of Jersey. So that way I didn't accidentally give you guys the wrong shipping information. So I don't remember who it is. If I remember, I'll you know, whatever. But like, it's funny how, like, I don't know, have you traded with anybody else in Jersey in your neck of the woods?
Not in Jersey, no. I've done a few in Florida, a few to you guys. Furthest was Arizona and California.
Yeah, I've done some. I've done California before, and yeah, it's crazy. Like people are all over the place. I got Kentucky, North Carolina,
One in Canada.
yeah, I did one trade in Canada, which obviously normally I wouldn't do because the shipping's a little bit more. But this worked out really, really well. This is with Horrorgasm. I don't know if she's insanely cool, and I was like, we got to do this. So it worked out really, really good.
That's cool.
But it's funny because, like, you know, we're in Mass, and I have yet to trade with anybody in Mass. So I don't know. That's weird.
Like you said, how everyone's chilling, everything. Like you said, I always send the tracking numbers, like you guys do.
Yep.
And honestly, I never check them.
You know what's funny?
Like,
I never do either.
I get the tracking number. I'm like, all right, fine, they send it, and I never once track any of them.
Yeah, I've never
Could just
had.
be the,
So this way, it's kind of like a surprise when I get the package in the mail.
Oh, me
It's
too.
like, oh yeah, I did a trade with somebody. Cool.
Yeah, totally.
It's just like a token of goodwill, just like, hey, just so you know, I sent it. Here's the tracking number,
yeah.
just to be like, hey, don't worry, it's on the way.
Yeah, it's just so you can, you know, keep track on it.
Yeah. Thus the name.
I was actually really scared when I did the one to Canada because the tracking kept saying that like it went to a place in New York and then it came back to Mass and then it went up to like Manchester, New Hampshire, and then back to New York. I'm like, whoa, God, what's going on? And it took like 2 weeks to get to her, but like it finally got up there.
You could drive like 4 hours and get to Canada.
I know. But,
And 18 hours to drive to New York and then Canada and then Boston. And
I
then
know,
New
yeah.
Hampshire, and then
It's crazy.
Canada again.
But yeah, like I have had no problems whatsoever with anybody, at least yet. So you
Yeah,
know.
at least yet so far, everything's been cool. Everything's
Yeah.
been really chill with everybody.
Hey, did you do the Losers Club by any chance?
Oh yeah, I was so excited for that when it happened.
Yeah, that was
Like,
really cool.
As soon as I saw it on, I think I saw it on Kane Enabler's profile, his little joining thing for it. I immediately signed up for it.
Yeah.
I loved it. It was great.
Yeah.
I watched your guys' unboxing video. I love how you guys shoot your video to look like. Are you actually
Oh,
shooting
dude,
on a camcorder?
that is legit on my VHS camcorder that I tape with my little VHS
Oh, that's
tapes.
awesome.
I have
That
like
is cool.
40 of these. And I got it for my birthday in like 1997, and and we have been making videos with it ever since. Actually, so like, you know, here we are, professionalized, we're in our 30s, and it was like a year or two ago.
Yeah.
We were like, we're gonna go back to our roots and shoot a movie the exact same way that we did it when we were like, you know, 12, 13. And we made a movie called Super Dracula versus Snow Wolf, which was shot 100% in sequence in my parents' backyard. You know,
All in camera.
all in camera. So like we
No
would take
editing.
our cell phones and like for music and hold it up to the camera and hit pause on both the camera and it at the same time. So, you know, and of course, like stuff would get messed up. So like you'd have to go into VCR mode and rewind it. So basically on my computer that I'm on right now, I have a mini DV and a super VHS deck that I took from one of my former employers. And,
He stole.
wait, no, I didn't steal.
No, he stole it.
He stole
Let
it.
me
They
take
stole
it.
It's fine. Yeah, we're all
Yeah.
yeah.
And I
You bootleg tapes, you steal
Yeah,
things.
this whole podcast has been about crime.
So what I
We're
do
not
is
reporting anyone. We're cool.
you know, we shoot these videos on my VHS camera, and I have the adapter
to put the tapes into, and I put it in there, and I there's a device from a company called Elgato which captures it onto my Mac. Yeah, cheap plug to Elgato. Even though there's audio sync issues that I always have to fix every single time, and I edit it up on Premiere Pro and toss it up on the YouTube, you know. So, and it's funny too, because so it's weird. Like, I never thought anybody was gonna care to see these videos. Like, who cares about this guy opening up boxes of tapes, or you know what I mean?
Unboxing.
But it's unbelievable how many I have like VHS Bloodbath, if you know him, and I've got some other people that are like, holy shit, never stop doing this. I love your enthusiasm. This is so much fun to see. And I'm like,
cheap plug for Dave.
Okay. You know, so it's been
You're so
super
attractive.
cool.
They always say how muscular you are, how nice and tan you are. Your hair.
You got soft hands.
I gotta block all those people.
Those baby blue eyes.
So, but yeah, doing the podcast and being a part of guys like you in the VHS community on Instagram has been absolutely totally awesome. So
I love it. It's exciting to actually be able to get back into this stuff again.
Right.
Stuff I haven't really talked about or been able to collect in years. Maybe find some stuff at a flea market or whatever, and now actually make deals with all these cool people. It's great. I love it.
Yeah.
Do you find yourself going out to local, Goodwill or Salvation Army or consignment shops and finding stuff, or are you finding them mostly online?
I haven't bought anything online. I go to flea markets.
Oh, nice.
There's one Goodwill store by me, and there's a pawn shop that once in a while you can find some VHS there. But it's mainly flea markets where I find a lot of the good stuff.
That's cool.
Cool.
If there's something very specific I'm looking for, and I'll break down and go online for it, but I'd rather try to find it somewhere in a flea market or do a trade for it.
Yeah.
Just interact with people that way rather than just...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of like it's the adventure of it, you know, the hunt.
Yeah.
That's always a lot of fun. So
It is. It's cool.
Yeah.
And it sucks that a lot of people growing up now don't get the experience of walking into a video store.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I hate that. They can just sit there. Everything's on demand. Netflix, YouTube. They don't get the joys of standing there arguing with your siblings over what you're going to rent for that night.
You know, the closest way that I get that experience is I go to the local library, which has a really big DVD selection, and I'll go in there with my wife, and it's the closest thing to a video store that I can get today. So I try to take advantage of it. So
Awesome. Well, I think that's gonna wrap it up for this interview episode. So thanks again for joining us. It's been awesome hearing your stories and learning about the time you had at the video stores and working at a mom and pop one compared to a big chain. So thanks again so much. Again, cheap plug, Barry_Lincoln83. Matt, check out his Instagram. Maybe do some trades. He's a great guy. Love doing trades with him. So thanks again.
Yeah, always open for trades. Thank you guys so much for having me on here. Had a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Thank you.
awesome. Thanks, brother.
So
Thank you.
For VHS Bandits, I am KevBot.
I am Topher Hansen.
This is Dane Train.
And
Matt or Barry Lincoln.
All right.
As always, guys, be kind and rewind.
Podtron. This podcast is part of the Podtron Podcast Network. For more, visit podtron.wordpress.com and Podtron Network on Twitter and Facebook.
The video stores may be all gone, but Video Rangers Podcast is still open for business. The Video Rangers Podcast is a member of the Podtron Network, and you could join us each week for the movies that you couldn't find in Blockbuster and you probably saw on USA Up All Night.
Citizens on Patrol, Police Academy 4.
Return of the Killer Tomatoes, 1988.
Sleepaway Camp, 1983.
So what are we watching today?
A movie I've never seen before. Teen Wolf 2. Oh wait, I did see it. It was called Teen Wolf.
Yeah.